This is a foundation inspection. The soil levels at this point here are too high. They need to be lowered. We want to see about a 4-inch gap between the top of the grade beam and the grade itself. We're going on to the right hand elevation now. Soil levels again a little bit too high. Now these bushes that are growing down the side of this foundation here really do not do the foundation any favours at all. They remove a considerable amount of moisture from the ground and can lead to foundation movement in the future. My recommendation is to cut down the trees completely, take the trees out, and then cut the bushes and shrubs back hard, so they're just like 18 inches high, no higher than that. We're at the right elevation, about midway round the right elevation. And we have variations in soil levels around here. It's getting too high. The reason why you don't want it high next to brickwork is bricks are porous, and water and dampness can go through that brick, and then you get water and damp in your wall system, and you don't want that. So we're now moving to the rear elevation of the property. Here's the crawl space to the building. There's another crawl space inside the house itself. There's a crack in the grade beam here. It's not unusual to find cracks in foundations in this part of the world. The soils go up and down with the moisture content, and so they vary seasonally. Obviously, wet weather, the whole area around here rises. Dry weather, it shrinks back. We're now in the courtyard, again looking at the grade beam, and this is all raised above on piers, so we can't see the grade beam, it's hidden beneath. Yep, we're now at the left elevation. And there's a crack in the grade beam here, and crack running up the wall. Just a little bit of settlement in that grade beam, but nothing really untoward. Now here we got a lot of this ivy, vine stuff growing. You want to take that away from the building. It will grow inside the building and cause you problems. All the way around here, strip it all out completely. It's ugly plant anyway. Sorry, perhaps people like it, I don't. Anyway, don't have ivy and stuff like this growing up your building. It doesn't help. We move around. We're going to move into the front elevation. This is an addition. Yeah. We're now in the small courtyard. Now the soil levels too here they're just too high. Need to be taken back.
We're in the crawl space. What we have here. Now here's tankless water here. With no drain pipe off the TMP valve. Drain line is capped. The water heater is not working at this time. Tried the TMP valve and no pressure, no water. A little bit of undercutting of the footing against the wall. Looks like a little bit of water penetration here along the exterior wall. Some water penetration back here against the back wall. Crawl space. Okay, we're at the back, and what it is not a rotting sill plate, but there's a rot on the joists below the window, the actual sliding door. There's obviously a leak there, and it's been reinforced. The floor joist is being reinforced, but there's been no work to repair the beam. And there's a bit of rot there. This is grading inspection. You could see that we've got a negative grade on the front, slopes towards the house, but around this side, we're at the right elevation, we've got good drainage, there's a swale going back out there. These trees, these really large trees, you need to make sure that you get them cut back. Don't let them get near the roof. Even though it's a metal roof, it will damage them. So the grading at the front is negative. It slopes towards the building where it should slope away. However, having told you that, there's very little else you can do about it. That's how they were built in the 60s and 70s when these type of properties were being put up. We're now moving to the rear elevation. Here we are at the rear elevation, and it's terraced, dropping away to the creek below, and this will provide good drainage. This is goodness, nothing wrong with this at all. Let's move to the left elevation of the property. We've got a lot of flat work. Flat work's been affected by movement in the ground. It's heaving in places. Yep, we've got quite a lot of heave there. You can see how it's domed. This is the expansive soils pushing it up. But it is flat work. It does just sit on the surface. You can fix that. There's a whole process that can fix it. It's very, very reliable, works really well. And if you're interested, call me and I will tell you all about it. We're walking along the drive now, going to the rear elevation, front elevation, sorry, and we're now at the front. So, grading okay around the building in general, poor at the front in particular because it's negative, it goes towards the house. However, having said that, my real observation is we're going to get reasonable drainage here. We shouldn't get too many wet spots in rainy weather. This is a roof inspection. Areas like this where you've got a lot of debris on it, they should be swept clean. These valleys are intended to help drain, and of course they're going to interfere with it. There's been some repair work on the roof here, and more repair work there. We'll have a look at that a bit closer. Let's go and inspect the chimney. It's a chimney inspection. We've got good flashing around the chimney. Goes all the way around. That flash is in good order. Chimney coping is fine. And we have a chimney cap. So this is the chimney at the front right elevation, and on the day of the inspection, flashings, coping and masonry in good order. This chimney at the midsection on the rear elevation of the roof above the courtyard. We have some deterioration in the caulking here. Chimney cap, chimney coping in good order. Yep, it's all looking good. We're at the skylights. Now we're at the midsection. You can see the tree here. Let me turn around. You've got a chimney here, and you've got the cars in the driveway there, and there's a skylight. And when we come down to this part of the roof, you can see that the caulking has split and two sections of the cap have moved apart. That needs to be caulked, so that's going to leak. We have deteriorating caulking. I recommend that the apex caps along here are recorked all the way along. This old caulking needs removing. You must instruct whoever comes up here to do it. You want that removed, cleaned and recorked. We're at the penetrations here for the sewers. These vents. There's been caulking carried on in recent times. There's holes appearing in the caulking here that needs to be fixed. Another skylight. And we're coming down to the left front elevation. We have shingled roof here. This is an addition. Shingles are starting to show their age. You can see these dark streaks here. That doesn't mean to say they're leaking. It just means that, you know, the roof is getting old. Now this is a flat roof which is basically on the patio cover. I'm not going to walk on it because you can damage these roofs just by walking on it. It's not part of the structure. What I can see from here, it's in good condition. The reason you don't want to walk on it is we don't know how strong and how resilient the actual finish is, the waterproof finish, and you can split it, and that causes a leak just by that action. We don't want that to happen. You have a furnace penetration. It's nicely corked, in good condition. Another furnace penetration. It's all corked and that's in good condition. We're now going to move to the rear elevation over the master suite. Now the tree there, you can see the tree here? You can see how the tree is actually growing in and around the roof? Remove that tree. That's going to damage the roof and the building. There's no need for it. Just get rid of it. Because while it might look attractive at certain parts of the year, it's going to damage your roof. Now we're moving to the rear elevation. And the crack is in the caulking here. This caulking is deteriorating. So I'm recommending that all the joints on the roof itself, on the metal roof itself, are recaulked. Again, I can't emphasize more. Whoever comes up here to do it must undertake to remove the old caulking. Yeah. And here it's lifted, you can see it. This is penetration. You can see here how the caulking is failing. That needs to be resealed, recorked. Again, the caulking is failing around the furnace. And finally we have a vent here, and that too has failing caulking. this is the walls and windows. What we're looking for is cracks in the walls and problems with the windows. Now, very common around these properties is caulking, and caulking is extremely important. You can see around this door frame here how the caulking is missing. There's been a little bit of movement, settlement in the building, and the caulking's opened up. Now that's going to allow water and air and everything into the building between it, so you want to fix that. Caulking around this window. I would say you want to have all the windows re-caulked. Yeah, there's caulking missing from this window. Now let's move to the right elevation. Again, we're looking for cracks and movement in the foundation. Yeah, caulking's not too bad here. Yeah, see what it is, you've got holes in the caulking in various places, and that is going to allow moisture and air and all sorts of stuff that you don't want in your building over time. Yeah, got holes here. Wood rot here. That's going to cause it to fail, and the structure above here to move. So I highly recommend that this beam is replaced. It runs straight across. Very easy to do, but it does need to be replaced. This fireplace in the family room, we've got a lot of cracking in the brickwork within the hearth itself, and we're looking up the chimney. We cannot examine the inside of the chimney. I would recommend that this chimney is swept and inspected by a suitably licensed inspector for fireplaces and chimneys, because of the condition I'm finding down here. We've got a lot of areas where the fire can enter the wall system and cause damage, where it needs to be caulked. We've got a gas logs, but they're not the proper gas logs. It's something somebody's assembled. It's not the real thing. This is the fireplace in the study. I'm standing in the hallway to the master bedroom suite. The guest bedroom's coming off of it, and we've got a crack in the sheetrock here and the wall. This is due to structural movement. It's probably happening all the time at this pier and beam house, and they do move. But don't be surprised if you find this, once it's repaired, coming back again. It's quite common to have it repeated in the same area. Door inspection. We have a weather seal framework around the doors in good condition. This is the roof over the top of the master bedroom suite, and I'm looking for a shower, an extractor to the steam shower, and I cannot find one. There's no extractor, which means it's probably exhausting to the ridge vents here, which is wrong. It should exhaust outside. I'm currently running the heating, and we've got at the register here 102. So the heating to the right elevation of the property is functioning fine. However, there is no heating to the left-hand elevation of the property at all. We're registering here a temperature of 70, which is basically the ambient temperature out of the room or the house. Yeah. So heating to the left elevation, it's the left elevation, that's the garage down here, is incorrect. In addition to that, if we go into the garage area, this is a garage area, we have roof vents venting to the attic, which then go to the inside the property, and they are dangerous. They've got to be removed. You mustn't have vents from a garage area into a house. This is the furnace located in the garage area, and we've got a problem with it. The furnace and AC cooling unit, the primary drain line, drains into the sewer, and the sewer at this point is open, and it really shouldn't be. This whole water heater and drain line TPF valve should go to the outside. So it wants to be redirected from the sewer. That sewer needs to be capped and then taken outside the building. This is the heater for the right elevation of the property. It's working, it's running at the moment, and we have cooling, but the plenium here is actually losing hot air to the outside. It's all coming out here because it's not sealed properly, and so it's trying to heat the outside world. You can see all up here. So there needs to be some work done on this whole heating system.
Master bathroom. There's water leaking on the base of the cabinet. Water appears rusty. Water is slow to drain. Shower head broken. Bathroom off the hallway. Sink is slow to drain.
bathroom, kitchen. Bar sink has been switched off because of leaking ice maker line. Kitchen sink. Looking at the water heater, access from the exterior on the right side. There's no accessible gas shutoff valve. It's behind the water heater. Look at the gas light. Here's the TP drain pipe valve. No safety pan. Pipes are corroded. Single wall flue. Testing TP valve. I smell gas. Water heater in the garage. No safety pan. Gas valve. Not accessible. TP non-operable. Single wall flue. Through the ceiling. Protected. Rust and some moisture at the top of the tank. Hood has been removed.
Yeah, no, because the other side here you can park your car.
Illegal use.
This is a dry area.
Drop
you cannot have vents